Good afternoon on a Sunday. This is Nicole, and I am here to share with you my Louis Vuitton Epi Neverfull in the color Corail, which is similar to coral color. It's like a salmon pink. It is drop dead gorgeous. I did win this off of eBay. I had been searching and searching for a Neverfull Epi that I could afford for a while, and all of them were priced very high, like $2,000. I found this one and it was a bid, which I ended up winning in the middle of the night, which is awesome because I'm up with kids. So I wanted to share this with you just because I'm in love with this bag, but also I need to let you know this is a combination video. This is a reveal, what's in my bag, and also how to authenticate or what to look for authentication. I will level set and let you know I am not an expert. I don't own a lot of Louis Vuitton, and I'm sometimes fooled by the super fakes. Super fakes is something that basically is made very well, made very close to the authentic item. And so if you're not well versed in Louis Vuitton, you would be easily fooled by it. So this particular one, when I was looking at it, I said, maybe it's a super fake because it comes with the pouch and the bag. And the price was very reasonable. It was $800. Then I was like, what is going on? I knew that it looked real at surface, like I just said. But I wanted to have it authenticated. I did try to authenticate through a forum, and I had promised myself I would never do that again, that I would pay for the authentication every time for my Louis Vuitton items when I'm questioning. And so I used Authenticate first. So she has been authenticated. She is definitely real. And I'm going to share with you today some of the things that I took into consideration or looked for myself before I sent her off or sent pictures off to have her authenticated. And then I'd like to talk to you about what's inside, different things like that. The very first thing you want to do when you're buying a pre-loved bag is you want to understand whether it came in this style and in this color. So this is Corail, and what I did is I compared the color to other bags online as much as I could. Obviously online you get a different, hue, but typically speaking with a non-authentic item, the color is off. It's not the exact color. So I was kind of looking at that and looking at my pouch and making sure those two matched in color. And I also want to stop here and I want to let you know everything that I'm saying is typically, it is not 100% of the time. So don't say if it's here then that is what it is. It really isn't. If you're not well versed in Louis Vuitton, I would say buy from the store. Or if you're going to buy pre-loved, then have it authenticated. Okay? That's just that. All right, so we talked about color, we talked about style and dimensions. You want to make sure that the dimensions are what they're supposed to be. The very next thing you want to do, which is very important, is going to be your stitching. Stitching with Louis Vuitton is impeccable. This, if you zoom in, which is what I'm doing here on my handle, you will see that right where the handle, meets the bag, there's a double stitch here. Same thing on the other side. Then I have 5 going down, 5 going down, and then this here, my teardrop, there's something called stitch per inch. I don't know how many stitches are supposed to be there per inch, but there is a rule around it. Anything that I'm looking at, and as you can see there where the bottom of the teardrop meets the bag, it's double stitched as well. So what I'm looking for is consistency. I'm looking to see that if that's that way on that handle, then it better be that way on this handle, and it is. I'm looking to see that the stitching is impeccable. I don't want to see any mistakes at all. And so that's what I was looking for on this Louis Vuitton. The next thing that you want to look for in terms of stitching is, in addition to stitching, is going to be your hardware. On my hardware on this bag, first of all, I wanted to understand that it came in nickel, okay? Not brass, not coated brass, it was nickel. So I made sure that that was nickel, obviously. As you can see there's my stitching. It is double stitched right here on that attachment here. And then for my hardware, I should be able to run my fingernail, if I had any, I just took my nails off, run my fingernail on it and have it be engraved. And as you can see, that is completely engraved. It is not a surface thing. This reads Louis Vuitton. If I flip it over and look at the inside of the bag, it reads the same, Louis Vuitton. on the flip side. And the same goes for all of the hardware on the inside of the bag, okay, and on the outside. So my hardware is a big thing, okay. If I go here to this piece, I'm looking to see that that says Louis Vuitton, which it does. And then I'm looking for the flip side to say Louis Vuitton. All right, I'm also looking for it to be literally punched, engraved in there, not just surface Louis Vuitton. For this particular bag, the Epi Neverfull, you will note that I've got a little bit of black sealant kind of broken up here. That was a well-known issue with this bag. The sealant kind of similar to their inside of some of their cosmetic bags. When it gets really warm or really muggy some places, it melts a little. I know that's weird, but it does. And so this was one of the well-known issues. So this was not indication of non-authentic. So you can see here. I don't mind. I can either peel that off and reseal it myself or just leave it alone. And what I plan to do is just leave it alone. Okay, so in addition to my hardware, the biggest, and let me get inside to show you the hardware on the clasp where it meets. There is also a rule about the L and the V not touching. And so if you look very close, they do not touch. You'll see the R in the corner for the registered trademark. And if I flip this hardware over, same thing. Okay. So again, I'm looking at all of the hardware, making sure that my hardware is stamped LV or it's spelled out Louis Vuitton, one or the other, okay? So that was a big thing. Stitching, hardware, style, color, and just feel. The EP or the Epi, however you pronounce it, is a leather bag, and it has ridges, so you can hear it right there. And when you put it in the sun or put it in the light, it actually has a little bit of shine to it, a natural shine. I think this bag is gorgeous. I love it because it doesn't scream Louis Vuitton, but it's a Louis Vuitton. If I turn it around, on my front part of the bag at the bottom is where you're going to find that LV in the corner. Again, the V is not touching the L, and that LV is engraved in there. It's not just surface, and you can see the attention to detail here when I zoom in. Beautiful, just beautiful. The big part that people refer to when they're trying to authenticate these bags is going to be something called the heat stamp. That is this right here. The heat stamp is very important because of the font that is used by Louis Vuitton. In addition, you can see my stitching is impeccable. And once again, if I run my fingernail across that imprint, it should make some noise, like it should be an engrave, and it is. Okay, so that's the heat stamp. If you're familiar with the Epi, you'll know that it doesn't have a date code inside of the actual bag. The date code rests inside of the pouch that came with it. But you'll also note that the date code is also available on the handle to the right of the heat stamp. So if I pull my handle back, I will see my date code there, which reads, I believe that's an SR. I can't really get in there. SR 0124. And if that's the case, that means it was made in the second week of 2014. And SR is the France. Okay. So yes, it actually reads SR 0174. Okay. So the 17th week in 2014. All right. Your pouch should logically match your date code on your bag. I know that mine does not, because as I stated, or I didn't state, the seller did tell me that the bag itself was used, but that my pouch was brand new. That's another reason why I was kind of like, is it really real? If you zoom in here, you'll see the same thing, that LV that we saw on the bag. My stitching is impeccable. Let me turn this around a little bit. My stitching is impeccable on this. If you look at there, my double stitching everywhere. In addition, on my hardware, same thing. Flip it over. The LV. Flip that over. There we go. Again, please excuse my nails. Here, Louis Vuitton. Again, that is engraved in there. If I run my fingers across it, you'll hear some noise. Louis Vuitton is known for their easy zippers. They zip with so much ease. Here inside of my pouch, I've got a few things, some gum, some vitamins, business cards, and a charger. And then in here, I love it because I use this part right here for my Bottega mirror, and it keeps it nice and clean in there because of the man-made soft material that's inside. Here again, my Louis Vuitton heat stamp is very nice. It is even in terms of my stitching. And then inside is my date code. Now this date code, like I stated before, does not match my bag's date code because they're two different, they're from two different bags. But, and I'm not going to be able to do that with one hand, but she's authentic. There's the date code in there. And she also was made in 2014. I forgot which week in 2014, but nonetheless is real. This is very, very beautiful to use by itself or throw it in the bag, which is what I do. Throwing it right inside of that neverfull. I'm gonna move that to the side. I'm gonna get in here and show you what's in my bag because again, I said it was a blended video. So the seller did disclose that there were several damaged areas of the inside with ink. The inside is not suede. I know some people refer to it as suede. It is not suede. It is not microfiber either. It's a man-made material and it's really, really soft and beautiful, but it's not either of those. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my bag organizer. You're either a bag organizer person or you're not. There is no in between from what I hear. I've tried it both ways. With a bag this open, finding things small is good luck, okay? And also I don't need it. I have kids, like I said. I need to get to things immediately. Here you can clearly see my ink damage on the inside. And I didn't care because I knew I was getting an organizer. So I didn't care about the ink damage. I can remove ink. I know how to remove it, but I'm not going to do it. I don't feel like touching it. I'm just going to leave it alone, okay? Plenty of videos on that. This one is a bag organizer from 47th Heaven. It is a company on Etsy, and it was my first time ordering from her, but I have ordered organizers from other places like Divide and Conquer through Etsy, and I'm very pleased with this one. The reason I went with 47th Heaven this time is because of the color. The color is called Tea Rose Pink, and it was the only color that really hit off my neverfull. All of the other colors like the Pavillon and the Rose Ballerine, they were, you know, off. One was too light and one was too dark, okay? I love it. I love it. I keep my gum, my Kleenex here, my lotion, which I desperately need right now. Different things over here, my, you know, gift cards, you know, I can easily get to that. I did just order a multi-clay for my keys, so my Coach is going to be going away and I have my multi-clay. Let's just talk about a little bit about what's inside of here. I'm going to move my papers just because we don't care about the papers, but and my bills, we care about other stuff. Let me move that out of the way. What's in here is, and this is what it would look like. I love that I can put my papers in here though. Love that fact. So here is my traveler's notebook through Apple Pig. If you're familiar with Apple Pig, I've done a few videos on Apple Pig. I carry a notebook along with my cards inside, and I changed my elastics to match my neverfull. So I absolutely love this. This is my wallet. It's really a traveler's notebook. The next thing that I carry is Huggies non-scented, non-alcohol baby wipes. And let me tell you something. This is for another video, but I love these. I have kids. I carry them everywhere I go. It also is very good to clean your Louis Vuitton, but I will talk about that in another video. But I do use these to clean my Louis Vuitton. And again, another video. Always have those, always. My peppermints are from the holiday. Here, my Trousse 23 from Louis Vuitton, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that, and then I want to end the video and summarize by saying, know what you're buying, and even if you don't know what you're buying, get it authenticated and you will be fine. This is a Trousse 23. As you know, or if you're familiar with Louis Vuitton, Trousse 23 comes in Trousse 15 and Trousse 28. The 23, which is what I have right here, has 3 across. Okay, so 6 total on the front panel, 6 total on the back panel, LVs. The 18 only has 2. Okay, so like that. And then the 28 has 4 and 4, so 8 on the front. These little designs here, from what I read and from what I, because I read, I like to, know things. I go to blogs and I go to all that stuff. These have a rhyme or reason to them, meaning they have a design across, but also a design down. Okay, so you will find a pattern, okay? In addition to the pattern, the LV, if I zoom in here, do you see how that has lines in it? Okay, sometimes on the non-authentic items, that LV and all of these designs here, which have names, are solid. They're not with the lines through them. Okay, so that is a little bit about that. Your hardware here, brass, again, the V is not touching the L. Typically speaking, from what I heard, and somebody can correct me truthfully, the LV is never cut off, but if you notice here, my cutoff is the same over here. So whatever you have on this side, notice those 2 flowers there plus the one in the middle, I got the same thing on that side. Okay, there is a total rhyme or reason to everything, and from what I understand, every side mirrors the other side. Okay, you see that? All right, ease of zipper and your stitching. Look at that. Okay, that's how you tell a authentic Louis Vuitton from a fake one. Again, everything I'm saying is not completely 100% of the time. You may have a fake one that has all of that. So you have to be really careful. Inside my Trousse 23, which I will do a separate video on, I love this. I love this. I use this part right here for all the bills and all the papers and all the coupons and stuff I don't really want hanging out in my purse. In here, I have some headphones, and that is a Louis Vuitton pouch from another bag. Here, I have all of my little makeup and lip gloss. I really don't wear a lot of makeup. And in here, my hand sanitizer, my lotion. Again, I need some. I have 50 million bottles of it, but need some on my hands right now. Here, those hold those types of things, and of course a little bit of prescription. All right, there. All right, so I absolutely love this because I can just take my Trousse. First of all, I have lots more room in there to put more stuff. I could take my Trousse and just grab it and go for the night. This could be a clutch for the night. But what I really love about it is how it further organizes my bag. So inside of my organizer, it's very nice to just reach down in here and just get what I need. That's out of place. You know, just kind of put this stuff where it goes so that I can easily get to it. All right, so there you go. I love it. I hope that I helped you a little bit understand how to authenticate your bag just a little bit on your own before you have to pay for a service. And I also hope that I helped you see how beautiful the Louis Vuitton bag is, because it really is beautiful. I absolutely, let me move this out of the way, love my Neverfull, and I really love my organizer from 47th Heaven. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you.